my dreams. I cannot even act if it's all easy. Either you gon' do it or you don't. Really, it ain't no in between. Baby, you can ask the sun. It's an everyday thing. Consistency in your routine is how you bring reality. Working like a slave is how I made this masterpiece. Living like a god. I lay at night. I rest in peace. They remember me, but I am not Harama beef. I'm a spirit speaking, truth seeking, heart reaching, knowledge leaking, seed sowing, harvest reaping, man of meager means. I have yet.
mypdfbooks.com. That's books with a Z.
Once again, this broadcast has been brought to you by mypdfbooks.com. That's books with a Z, where reading fundamental. Also brought to you by bindedbooks.com, where treasures are bound. Be sure to get all of your teas at My Son's Teas, the tea of teas, divinely prepared at herbsofmyaunt.com. Be sure to check out all of those musical stylings by Brian Hicks Bay at bhbaymusic.com. For your everyday items and religious regalia, be sure to check out moorshaberdasher.com. And for that everyday especial Moor strip, be sure to check out moorsachi.com. And all of these companies are powered by ALO Design Pros. Design your online business strategy today.
No such thing as failure, baby. Don't forget who made you. You can't be thinking minor when you need to be thinking major. They made you think they saved you, but can't nobody save you. And
been brought to you by mypdfbooks.com. Powered by ALO Design Pros. Design your today.
Peace, Moso.
Peace. Peace and love, Noble.
Peace.
I'll be back again with another BBT book club. I'm your host, Noble Moso L. Welcome again. As y'all know, we got a lot of sponsors, one of them being Herbs of Mayat. If you're looking for those herbal teas and herbal remedies, tap in with us. Mayat Sons on Instagram. And we also have our plethora of book club collection, PDF books, ebooks, physical copies to mypdfbooks.com and bindedbooks.com. And you can check out everything we do, at bbtsciencetemple.com. If you're looking to join and be a student, join classes. We are a one-stop shop. If you're looking for regalia, moorshaberdasher.com. And, we've been doing this for about 6 years going on. We really welcoming brothers and sisters. Lock in with us, get some of anything you're looking for, whether it's books, whether it's spiritual wisdom, whether it's historical information. Because as we know right now with the internet, it's a lot of information going across your screen every day, and everyone's not using scholarly research. They're not using researched information through archaeology, through historical research, through there's so many avenues to get this information these days, but going through scholarship will always be a great start, in my understanding, in my opinion. That these people dedicated their lives to studies, some of them may have agendas, but that's where you cross-reference the information and you continue to do your research. Don't take one author's word, but there are a lot of notable and reputable documentations and journals and I mean, we have access to a lot of them. We have a whole library full of books, literature, ebooks, audio books. I mean, if you're really looking for ancient wisdom on Moors, on Christianity, on Islam, on Judaism, on the ancient world, and its application to the modern day, I definitely encourage people to tap in with us on that, on these topics. And in my daily travels, I talk to some brothers, and they, a lot of people are still kind of confused on historical origins in the Americas. But they're documents, there are artifacts that prove that, the Phoenicians and who are from the ancient culture of Carthage, Carthagenia, which is in modern day Spain. It's a lot of research showing that those ancient Moorish people came to the Americas at certain times and settled, and these were seafaring people. They didn't just sit in one place and live there the entireties of their lives. They were trading and travelers and merchants, also called pirates at one point. So, I just wanted to read a little article, the document that we had touching on that topic.
You want to see that?
This one is called Carthage Was a Black Civilization. It says, who built the brilliant civilization today situated in Tunisia? What was the phenotype of those men and women who have erected this harbor, which dominated the West Mediterranean? What was the people that ruled upon Spain, and from which came the regent Hannibal, who almost destroyed the Roman Empire? Carthaginians were from Dejahi, Phoenicia. The Phoenicians told us where they were from. In addition, the Swiss anthropologist Eugene Pitard and the French Stéphane Giselle, Lucien Berthelon, and Ernest Chantry have in the turn of the 20th century opened sarcophagus, collected the Carthaginians' bodies, and analyzed the skulls they found. Their conclusions, like we will see, are doubtless. And this is just like a 3D AI image of Carthage. As you can see, it's very Italian water cities. Before there were, I was telling one of my buddies, but before there were highways and tolls, these were on the seas. These were checkpoints. There were tolls on sea to try to travel through different areas of the Mediterranean. If you had certain goods or certain spices or animals, you had to pay a tariff. You had to pay a toll to travel safely. And that's where a lot of that pirate history stems from, because you're going to be seen as a pirate if your people are jumping on other people's vessels and taking their items because they can't pay their toll to go through. So I could see how people could get a bad rap, depending on who's writing the story and the history. But to continue, it says the Phoenicians, who were the Carthaginians' ancestors, situate in the antique texts of Ras Shamar their origins in Africa. At the very frontiers of Egypt, their religion that was the same as the Carthaginians was copied from the gods of the Egyptian pantheon. Phoenicians were then blacks who lived in the Near East. It was those Phoenicians who civilized Europe by introducing writing in Greece around 2786 of the African era. It is to say 1450 before the Christian era, and founded Carthage in 3414. Before reading the European anthropologist's conclusions, first it is necessary to know the difference between a white skull, be it Semite or European, and a black one. The black one is long from the front to the rear. This is called dolichocephalism. It has the jaw pushed forward. It is called prognathism. Plus, it has a shorter face. Excuse me. The white one has a short head from the front to the rear. It is brachycephalic. Its jaw is vertically on the same line as the forehead. It is called orthognathism. Finally, it has a longer face. On the left, the black skull has prognathism, is dolichocephalic with a short face. On the right, the white skull has a orthognathism, is brachiocephalic with a long face. Knowing that the Phoenicians, who were great merchants and civilizers, have been everywhere on the Mediterranean, we found their skulls almost everywhere. And this is the description made by the Swiss anthropologist Eugene Pittard, 1867 to 1962, founder of the Museum of Ethnography, and the first awarded of the anthropological chair of the Geneva University. About the skulls found in Syracuse in Italy, the examined skulls were compressed on the temples and in an almost rhomboid form, a very prominent dental apparel and well conditioned. They are dophylocephalic and prognathistic. What is the feature of the buried race skulls of west of Syracuse? Lucien Berthelon, 1854 to 1914, founder of the Institute of Carthage, has examined skulls from Carthage. 100% had short face and or dophylocephalism. Stephanie Giselle, 1864 to 1932, the director of the Museum of Algiers, said the following about Berthelon's work. Several skulls collected in the cemeteries presented negroid features. Eugene Pittard says about the discoveries made of Berthelon, also the description the latter made about the Basque, whom he thought were a branch of the Carthaginians. And we know the Basque were ancient people of Italy. You can see in a lot of their sculptures and buildings. He's saying that the Basque, he thought, were a branch of the Carthaginians. He gave men he considered were the current living descendants of the ancient Carthaginians. He describes the following. Those subjects had brown skin, not to say black. This had to do with the fact that the Phoenicians used to paint their statues with a brown-red color in order to imitate the color of the teguments. Their noses is sometimes slightly concave. They It is very often fleshy and sometimes with the point of their noses loaded. The mouth is medium sized, sometimes large. The lips are very often thick and the cheekbones are low. Berthone said about a sarcophagus of a member of the elite. Another sarcophagus found in the bottom of a well 14 meters deep contained, along with a rich funerary furniture, a female skeleton, which presented as negroid features, a low skull, arched and ogvial shaped, microcymbic eye orbit, and also an almost Platyrrhinian flat nose and average prognathism, with a dental arc curve almost parabolic. And this is showing some of the Carthaginian columns.
People be forgetting also, like, especially more about scholarship and linguistics. They get so caught up in semantics like tomato, tomato, MOOR, MUUR, MOHR. Like, we act, our brothers and sisters act like this some type of gang or something. You see?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's not. This is archaeology and chronology of history at the end of the day. You know, but we associate these things with Greeks and Europeans, but like you say, we know the Greek copied us, so to not study who the Greek people were and go deeper is a disservice to your history, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
You're not studying the full story. But it continues saying, Pittard concluded the subjects with the description of the members of the Carthaginian elite as follows. Other bones found in the Punic Carthage taken to the Museum of La Varengie come from the subjects discovered in particular sarcophagus, and in all probability belong to the Carthaginian elite. The skulls are almost dilosophilitic and with a rather short face. We can see that the Carthaginians' funerary rites were similar to those of the Egyptians. Finally, he said that the following regarded the
Similar
great
to what, Moso? The who? The Egyptians?
Egyptians, yeah.
Okay. and then when you hear, let's play a little linguistic game with everybody on here, like message. When you hear dark as the gypsies, who you think they talking about?
Right, Egyptians, right.
Will we start playing linguistics when the other man know exactly what me and Moso talking about? When I say they study us to a T, I promise you, we just don't know. And that's the joke of, like we say, the joke of masonry, right. The misnomer black man, with all due respect. And Carter G. Woodson told us, but gratitude for keep building, Noble. Keep building. You on fire.
Gratitude, Noble. It's too much information out here to not start to put the puzzle pieces together, I would say.
Wow.
But yeah, it says, like you said, the Carthaginians' funerary rites were similar to those of the Egyptians, because, you know, they're calling it sarcophagus, and it's so many striking similarities between the cultures. He said, finally, the following regarding the great priestess of Tanit, one of the most important people of Carthage. Those who during the last years have visited the Museum of La Varengie in Carthage Remember this magnificent sarcophagus of the priestess of Tanit, discovered by the Professor Delarte. This sarcophagus, which is the most adorned, the most artistic among all that have been discovered, and which external image probably represents the goddess herself,
The
must have
who?
the goddess.
Now, I always got to add the for our people can really get put it pictorial to things, most. So I told my brothers and sisters from scholarship, I want you to research the Sibyls, the Mami Watas, what the Catholic Church hidden from the people. I promise you, all you have to do is research that because most of us making points. And these things going to go together. They're going to start synchronizing, just like with the spaceship Artemis. Remember that spaceship Artemis? I told you they take all the science and take it outer space. A lot of our brothers are not initiated, so they're not going to know nothing I'm talking about. But the god Artemis in a lot of Christian books, I have ancient Christian books that show you how they in the museums they took the god Artemis, which was melanated, and whitewashed it in the history books. How Maccabees tell you. But what I'm saying, all this is known. When I show you in the art, and when I show you in the Sybil's book, the Mommy Walters book, you're going to see everything I'm saying. I don't have to break it down. I want you to get it. I have it. I researched it. I deal with a lot of different sciences. I'm telling you, we have to be calm with each other. It's okay with brothers not knowing. We're here educating. That Fez Moso got on his head is not a dunce hat. He not operating like that. Is it Moore's operating like that? Absolutely. We know this. That's in everything in life. But right now, when we doing something, man, I hope brothers really start paying attention and give homage to what's going on. Because this academia and scholarship, this ain't nothing. It's simple. I promise you this. So I hope brothers really, you know, get hip to what's going on. But proceed, Noble.
Indeed, Noble. People got to catch up to this understanding of world history. Can't continue to be the victim of history. If we believe our people came from all these ancient places and been on this earth for so long, we was doing great things more than we were enslaved. So this is the stuff to study. But it says, it says the goddess, talking about the priestess of Tanit, says represents the goddess herself and must have been the sepulcher of a very high religious person. Yet the woman was buried in it, presented Negroid features. She was of the African race. As for Stéphane Giselle, he concludes the following anthropological analysis of the skeletons found in Carthage prove that there is no racial or ethnic unity. The Semitic type, or white Berber, characterized by a round face, a thin aquiline nose, has not been found in Carthage. On the other hand, right. Because they always try to create this white Berber, white North African, which has displaced a lot of us from the history of North Africa.
And one of our prolific scholars, Sheikh Anta Diop, already illuminated that topic as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I keep telling brothers, man, Moors, y'all got to come in this Moor science. The divine must come first. I can teach you the rest in real life to clean you up. Everybody's supposed to be coming in. We supposed to have big temple, everything in school, teaching all these kids. This is what we got, land, everything. We talking about farms. Come on, y'all. Stop playing. You on fire, brother. Keep going.
No, you're right, Noble, because Sheikh Anta Diop, he got a, I've been to that university, Sheikh Anta Diop. That's in Senegal.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely got to tap back in with them because when you in Africa with brothers who understand this history, it's a different, like you talk about with students you work with. It's a different scholarship.
It's different, man. I was at school with some cat from the Zulu that was under Credo Matua. I was under some cat that was down with the Moor Dimes, Sheik Bamboo Falls, and I mean, it's amazing. That's where a lot of the gifts I be getting. Like I knew one of the dude out under the Aligua, and he was like, brother, he was showing me the crossroads, and he was like, it's a lot of stuff, I don't talk about Moso, but hey, I told you, I'm down with all my 12 African cultures, all my spiritualities. That's why with the tarot cards, I don't show that. That's why I be laughing when people be doing it on the internet. I be like, man, I'll be laughing.
Yeah, right.
That ain't for profit. I do that. That's for free. That's for anybody that's like a SOS. It's like a doctor in my field. Yes, it's not like a profession. It's a gift. It's a calling. So when you're healing, it's like a workman is due his hire. You know what I mean? It's no charge. You understand what I'm saying? That's why with me, I always ask for a suggested donation. That's why when we a brotherhood, we say, hey, we have a set things. Why? Because this is a house. It comes in and goes right back out. I'm a storehouse.
Right. No,
but yeah, man, that's the thing. If you're a healer, you heal like you are. Yes, we do things for profit, but we heal. Look, we're giving the wisdom away freely. If you want the product, then of course you should buy it because we purchase it. We have a full library. So I hope brothers really, 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 really see what we got going on, brothers, and just take a look, because with all due respect, Moso, we've been doing this for a minute, brother.
Right.
We've been doing this for a minute, and we on TikTok, we on social media, and I mean, I'm just asking brothers to get with us, man. I mean, I know y'all been seeing we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We work out every day. I mean, we're supposed to be. I mean, Nobles, come on, man. I don't want to keep talking on my brother time, man. Finish, brother.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, we got podcasts. We got everything brothers looking for. They just need to stay consistent and stay tapped in with us.
I mean, my brother on here, he a stretchologist. I mean, we real in the community. Like, we really do things in the community. You look up my son Tees. You look up Moorish Haberdasher, my PDF books with the Z. Like, we really do things as a community. And then when you're part of our community, we give these things for donations. All our culture, our turbans, our fez, everything. I tell people, yes, I'm giving, but when people do business with me, I promise you will see why. Because all my muftis here can attest to it.
It's on.
Anything my muftis need, that's why I say this is a community. It can't be a Moorish community and we're not spending our money together with each other, getting our products. We can't. With all due respect. And you got to know, when people start small, if we was a big company, of course we can sell it. We're real competitive per se. But when it comes to what we're doing and trying to build something, and we're using those finances to build a brick and mortar for people can actually come to and people can actually utilize off what things that can be donated and purchases, I think that's a beautiful thing.
Indeed, Noble. It's what people need.
I mean, Moso is a stretchologist. I'm a counselor, working with kids, ADHD. My homeboy out here, I'm in Michigan right now, in Flint. My partner in Pontiac, he's a licensed therapist for the for the state of Michigan, working with all levels of trauma. All that. And then, we got coaches and trainers. I'm a licensed trainer. We got all this stuff going on in the community, man. We have a library. It's things that can be done when we talk about what our Moors produce. We even have acres. It's people don't be on my page that be having land and things or ideas to have land. I said, hey, let's get together. Get some of this land, But that's all I really wanted to share, man. Like, my Noble can teach. We can teach all day and do things. And while we watch others, do things that's not just, and we support that. And I just think it's an opportunity for everybody that follow us to see what we can do. To see if we're gonna do exactly what we say, like others may have hustled. People say they're gonna do this and do that. We ain't gotta say no names. You know, we can't let one bad apple mess it up for something that could be beautiful and something that I'm transparent. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I mean, because I know it can be done. But yeah, Mo. So I think how long are you gonna be? Because I'm gonna go in the room. I got to make a couple calls. You know, I've been looking at these houses and stuff. I ain't want to take too much time.
Yeah, I'm about to get off here. I wasn't going to be too long.
Okay.
I can wrap it up.
No, you ain't got to wrap nothing up. I just don't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? When I be gone, you be like, dang, where bro go?
Right now, you good. You good. I'm going to finish this one. Yeah, so it's just basically saying conclusion. You know, Carthage was a black Moorish civilization of African culture and spirituality. Even though the Phoenician language was a Semitic language, because the contact with whites from Asia, we do not understand why Berbers claim that civilization, yet they know, even without knowing their race, that Carthaginians were Phoenicians. Let's be clear, this flourishing harbor, this army that almost defeated the Roman Empire, this republic, which have been until Spain, partially explaining the mixed skin color of the Spanish, belongs to all humanity, but it is the property of blacks. And that's by this.
Don't give him no more, Moso. Don't give him no more, man.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a mouthful right there.
Yeah, that's enough. We done gave enough for free. And that's a wrap.
If they want more, tap in with us. You know,
yes, sir.
Day, man.
Yes, sir. Great demonstration.
Appreciate you jumping on, Sheik.
Man, I'm just happy for you, man. No, I'm just happy for the BBT Moso being home in Flint. And I knew it was gonna happen when I come home, man. The energy that I get from, you know, people that I know, because, you know, I graduated from home, and then it's just different, you know. And I'm putting that work in, man, as we looking for our building to have our brick and mortar. And we continue into we put the bid on the crib today. You know, we got that one, so it's going to be in the BBT name. We'll talk about that in our private meeting. But we're going to keep trying to do that. You know, trying to move brothers, you know, and try to get these properties and fix them up and have our temple in the community. And you never know. We might have to all migrate back to the city of Flint, you know, or not just migrate, but be able to have, you know, property here. So when we come, we got our place and we got our main branch here. Because it's a lot can be done. There's so many old churches. Well, not old, but churches that's just not operating because a lot of people left. You know.
You know, I see the energy over there. It's a lot going on. Y'all right there to Canada too. So
I want to get you up here too, man. I told we're gonna do something in I think it's June. The end.
You were talking about a run. You said a run was going 5K or something was going on.
Yeah, we're gonna do the crim, and then we're gonna you know, for the Ascend Mentor Ministry that we started here, we're gonna be doing like a backpack giveaway at the 810 day, and then at Michigan Day. The 810 day is downtown Flint, and then the Michigan Day is at Huckleberry Railroad, where all the kids be.
What month does that go down?
I think that's July. We'll talk about it tomorrow after workout. I got it all saved.
All right.
Yep. Like I said, y'all come in town. I'll make sure y'all good.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to see more of the city, man. It's a good.
Yeah.
Got to see. We're
gonna get us. Like I said, we are gonna put a little couple dollars. We're gonna show people live how we get these houses and fix them up. You know, we build. You know what I'm saying? Me and Vez built the crew for a lot of electric, because you got to get the permits when you buy a little property to fix them up. Right. So in the city of Flint, you got to pull a permit. So we got people on our team that's licensed. So we going in the houses doing the viewing. So we get, like I said, if we ain't paying no more than about 5 bands, 6 bands, but hey, We'll talk about it more. Some would be a little better. As we get to growing, we can buy some for better. But right now, what we doing and how we moving, we gonna move smart. We gonna move, how I said, as a team, and we gonna grow, because that's what's supposed to happen. And then everything gonna happen under our religious organization, which I've been telling people that we tax in for the federal government, religious, charitable, scientific, educational wise. I've been telling people this for a long time. Now it's happening. I keep telling people we have to educate ourselves on things we don't know. We have to educate ourselves on things that we don't know, so we can see how we can use our funds that we're giving away to Uncle Sam and do it the right way. And this is nothing we have to change. And once we understand that, hey, I'm telling you, it's that simple.
Yeah.
But gratitude more so for that demonstration, man. And I love you, bro.
Yes, long. Peace and love, Sheik.
Peace and love, Noble.
Have a good one, man.
You too.
Tap in with us tomorrow, y'all. Work out and add that class. bbtsciencetemple.com.
I'm a spirit speaking, truth seeking, heart reaching, knowledge leaking, seeds sowing, harvest reaping, man of meager means. I have yet to leave, I'm still breathing. To quit, I have no reason. I mean, I'm asleep, but I be trying to live my dreams. I cannot even act if it's all easy. Either you gon' do it or you don't. Really, it ain't no in between. Baby, you can ask the sun, it's an everyday theme. Consistency in your routine is how you bring reality. Working like a slave, that's how I made this masterpiece. Living like a god, I lay at night,